Frog leather occupies a narrow but established space within this category. Because frog skins are small and naturally patterned, they are typically used in compact items like wallets, watch straps, phone cases, and small leather goods. Each piece requires multiple skins, carefully aligned to create a consistent appearance. This labor-intensive process limits supply and keeps frog leather firmly in the luxury niche today. This topic matters more than ever. Consumers are no longer focused only on how a product looks. They want to know where materials come from, how they are processed, and what impact they have along the way. The camera opens on a tight close-up of leather, smooth, glossy, and patterned. With a texture that looks almost sculpted, light moves across the surface, revealing fine details that suggest craftsmanship, precision, and luxury. At first glance, it could be any high-end material found in a designer boutique. Then comes the reveal. This leather didn't come from a cow or sheep, or any of the familiar sources people expect. It came from a frog. For a moment, that idea feels surprising, even confusing. Frogs are small, delicate animals. Luxury products are associated with strength, durability, and status. Those two worlds don't seem like they belong together. So how does that transformation happen? How does a small amphibian, raised or sourced halfway across the world, end up as a finely finished leather product selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars? What kind of processing turns fragile skin into a material valued by designers and collectors? And what systems are in place to control quality, legality, and long-term impact? Behind this unexpected material is a complex industrial process most consumers never see, one that blends biology, chemistry, craftsmanship, and global trade. To understand frog leather, you have to go far beyond the showroom. You have to step inside the factory, where luxury doesn't begin with fashion, but with raw skin and careful control. In the fashion world, not all leather is created equal. Beyond traditional materials like cowhide, there is a category known as exotic leather. These are leathers valued for their uncommon textures, natural patterns, and performance qualities that standard materials can't easily replicate. For luxury brands, rarity matters. Unique surfaces help products stand out in a crowded market, while durability and longevity help justify premium prices. Exotic leathers are often chosen not just for how they look, but for how they behave over time. Some resist stretching better. Others hold color more evenly or develop a distinctive finish as they age. For designers, these characteristics offer creative freedom and functional reliability in small, high-value products. Questions about ethical sourcing, environmental responsibility, and transparency now influence purchasing decisions. Especially in the luxury market, frog leather sits at the intersection of these concerns. It represents both craftsmanship and controversy, innovation and responsibility. Understanding how and why it's used offers a window into a larger conversation, one about how modern luxury is evolving in response to informed, curious, and increasingly conscious consumers. The journey of frog leather begins long before it reaches a factory floor. Sourcing is the first and most regulated step. In many cases, frogs are farm-raised in controlled environments, while in others they may be collected under strict wildlife management rules. Regulations differ by country, often setting limits on species, quantities, and export requirements to protect local ecosystems and ensure legal trade. Once the skins are obtained, time becomes a critical factor. Fresh skins are highly perishable, so initial processing begins quickly. The skins are carefully cleaned to remove organic residue, then treated with preservation methods such as salting or refrigeration. This step prevents decay and prepares the material for long-distance transport without compromising quality. Next comes tanning, the most transformative stage of the process. Tanning changes raw skin into leather by stabilizing its protein structure. Depending on the facility and regulations, this may involve controlled chemical tanning or plant-based alternatives. The goal is the same in every case: create a flexible, durable material that resists moisture, odor, and breakdown over time. Precision is essential, as frog skin is thinner and more delicate than traditional hides. After tanning, the leather enters the finishing phase. Each skin is gently stretched, to improve uniformity, then dyed to achieve consistent color across multiple pieces. Additional treatments are applied to enhance softness, surface strength, and resistance to wear, all while preserving the skin's natural texture. Finally, quality sorting determines which skins qualify for luxury use. Trained inspectors examine size, pattern alignment, surface consistency, and tensile strength. Only a small percentage meet the standards required for high-end products, reinforcing both the exclusivity and the cost of frog leather in the luxury market. Frog leather stands out not because of size, but because of structure. Despite being thin and lightweight, it has a surprisingly dense fiber network. This natural density gives the leather strength and flexibility without added bulk, making it well suited for small accessories that need to withstand daily use while remaining comfortable and refined. One of the biggest challenges in working with frog leather is scale. Each skin is small, often only a few inches across. To create a single wallet, watch strap, or card holder, manufacturers may need several skins carefully matched and assembled. The alignment of patterns matters, especially in luxury goods where visual consistency is expected. This requirement alone adds complexity and limits how quickly products can be made. Compared to traditional cow leather, frog leather relies far more on manual labor. Machines designed for large hides are often unsuitable for such delicate material. Tasks like trimming, stretching, and stitching are done by hand to avoid damage. Skilled workers must handle each piece individually, which increases production time and cost. This hands-on process is one reason frog leather products are priced at a premium. Because supply is limited and production is slow, luxury brands frequently position frog leather as a limited edition material. Small batch runs create a sense of exclusivity while helping brands manage inventory and quality. In some cases, a design may never be repeated once a specific batch of skins is used. For consumers, these factors add value beyond appearance. Frog leather represents rarity, craftsmanship, and precision. Every finished product reflects not just an unusual material, but the time, skill, and resources required to turn something fragile into something enduring. Quality control plays a central role in the frog leather industry, especially because the material is both rare and delicate. Each skin is inspected multiple times throughout production. Technicians look for surface flaws, uneven tanning, weak fiber areas, or color inconsistencies that could affect durability or appearance. Even minor imperfections can disqualify a skin from luxury use, reinforcing strict standards from start to finish. Beyond the factory, regulatory oversight shapes how frog leather enters the global market. Many species are protected under national wildlife laws or international trade agreements. Export permits, documentation, and traceability systems are often required to verify legal sourcing. These controls are designed to limit overharvesting and ensure that materials moving across borders comply with conservation rules. Sustainability has become a growing focus within the industry. One approach involves farm-raised frogs, which reduces pressure on wild populations and allows for more predictable supply. Some facilities also work to minimize waste by using smaller offcuts for secondary products or by improving efficiency. During tanning and finishing, in the tanning process itself, modern operations may adopt closed-loop water systems or lower-impact treatments to reduce environmental footprint. Ethical considerations remain part of the conversation. Demand for exotic goods creates economic opportunities, but it also raises questions about animal welfare and ecosystem balance. Responsible producers aim to operate within legal limits, apply humane handling standards, and support long-term resource management rather than short-term extraction. For consumers, these systems are often invisible, yet they play a key role in determining whether a product aligns with modern expectations of responsibility. In today's luxury market, quality is no longer measured only by appearance or price, but by how carefully a material is sourced, processed, and managed over time. Frog leather may seem unusual at first, but it is not a shortcut to novelty. It is the outcome of a long, tightly controlled process that demands regulation, precision, and skilled labor at every stage, from sourcing and preservation to tanning, finishing, and inspection. Each step determines whether a fragile skin can become a durable, luxury-grade material. Very little is left to chance. Looking deeper, Frog Leather reveals something larger about the luxury industry as a whole. The final product on display represents only a small fraction of its true cost. Behind it are supply chains that stretch across borders, systems designed to manage risk and quality, and decisions that affect people, animals, and environments far from the point of sale. These hidden layers shape not only pricing, but also responsibility. As consumer awareness grows, so does the expectation for transparency. Buyers increasingly want to understand how materials are sourced, whether standards are enforced, and how long-term impacts are addressed. For exotic materials like frog leather, this scrutiny may influence which practices survive and which evolve. Producers who invest in traceability, sustainable sourcing, and ethical oversight are more likely to meet the demands of a changing market. The future of exotic leather may not be defined by rarity alone, but by accountability. Materials once valued only for how they looked may be judged by how carefully they were managed. In that sense, Frog Leather offers a glimpse into where luxury may be heading toward products that balance craftsmanship with responsibility. In the end, understanding what goes into these materials allows consumers to see luxury more clearly, not as something mysterious or indulgent, but as a complex system where choices, controls, and values are stitched into every finished piece.